Look alive.
There's something you need? Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to her. We should head back to the office.
So where are we off to next?
Anything I can do for you?
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix
Look alive. Grab
He
anything
was
useful.
talking about
I
bullet
think that's
holes.
out of reach.
Here.
I don't think I can get there.
Head over there.
Done and
Go there. There.
Done and done.
Check it out.
Can do.
What's up?
You see that big blimp? It's the Brotherhood of Steel. Why are they here?
You'll get used to Diamond City security being unhelpful. Just ignore them like I do.
Shopping at night? Diamond fantastic.
Hell yeah. Ellie.
I'm glad you're here. We got a new case while you and Nick were out. Ready to put on the detective hat?
Who's our
A
client?
fisherman whose family lives on the edge of the Commonwealth.
Mr. Nakano didn't
Kenji
leave many
Nakano.
details,
But if you
said
want
he'd go
my
over
guess,
everything when you meet him.
missing person case. Guy had a worried look a mile long.
I'm busy right now. I'll check on this
Suit
later.
yourself. But if I'm right about this being a missing person case, don't leave it for too long.
Well, Nikki Valentine walks into my
What can I
office for a
say,
change.
Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
Including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
Where do you want me to start? The part where Kellogg turned out to be working for the Institute?
The
Or
Institute.
the part where he told me they have Sean?
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated
enough.
by everyone. Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there. But to this day, there's
Where
one thing
the
nobody
Institute
really knows.
actually is. Or how
Exactly.
to get in.
But there's one person who has to know, right?
Kellogg.
The guy who just handed
Huh.
them Sean.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I knew he wasn't going to go quietly the moment I saw him.
A murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
Doesn't matter what he knew. I'd kill him again in
Gets
a
his
heartbeat.
brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we
You're
may
talking
not need
crazy
the
here,
man
Nick.
at all.
Got a fault in
Look,
the old
there's a place in
subroutines?
Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the
anyone
day
could
they
get a
happened.
dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find
Jesus,
out if this is
Nick,
going to
gross.
work. I know
Seriously?
it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
I'm gonna need a really sharp ice cream
I'm
scoop.
sure you'll manage.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so...
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I'll head there on my own.
All right. See you at the den. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just
Well,
a
you
few
two are
more
out.
steps.
I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
Piper.
You know, the Institute has a lot of enemies. The Minutemen tangled with them once. The Railroad still does. I've even got some notes on these new guys. The Brotherhood of Steel.
That Brotherhood airship is hard to
Yeah,
miss.
the Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do subtle. From what I've heard, they take whatever they want. Especially if they just might have the muscle to give the Institute a run for their money, but they're... Let's just say they have their own agenda.
You said something about the railroad?
Supposedly, they help runaway synths escape the Institute, but they're secretive. The only thing I have is a rumor. A code phrase. Follow the Freedom Trail.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
You know that group you rescued and conquered? Far as I know, they're the last Minutemen left in They used to be a volunteer army, dedicated to protecting friends, family, and neighbors. Sounds soft, but they were a real thing at one point.
I should get going.
All right.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
You sure you want to travel with
I
me?
think I could suffer through it.
Sure, let's go.
Will do. Point the way.
See if there's anything there.
Uh-huh. Take a look.
Hey,
Shoot.
wait there.
Okay. I'll be here then.
Piper.
You know, you look like you could really use this. These things have literally saved my life.
I think we ought to go our separate ways.
Suppose I'll head home then. But if you decide you want to get in some more trouble, you know where to find me. Huh? Speak up.
I don't ask for much. Just need a full bottle and some bones to break. I wanted to chat. Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of caps.
Yeah?
No need to sight to see that you've done real good for these people.
Do you need something, madame?
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
What?
Hey.
Do you need something from me?
Hey, got a sec?
Do you need a steam pack? I have made extra.
Your thoughts?
Please, let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible. It is, of course, for science.
Your thoughts?
It is hard to determine whether the surface is more or less susceptible to outbreaks, but a preparation plan is never a bad idea.
So, how are we doing, Curie?
I find these traveling arrangements quite acceptable.
Nothing else I needed.
As you say. Oh, can we see the old State House? Maybe they have the tourist brochure.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little...
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
Dr. Amari?
Yes? Wait. I remember you. The memory inducement. Vault 111, right? What's this all about?
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain,
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this.
Fine.
And so
I'll
do
take
we.
a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain!
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
How much of the brain do you need, exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
So, the brain is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue. Injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way to access the memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an
There could be
in.
long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. That doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers? Run your cognitive functions. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
Smart mouth was all it took to solve problems. We would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
Any idea of what I'm gonna see in there?
No clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Hey.
May I be of assistance?
Hold up a sec.
Do you need something?
Your thoughts?
I wonder if the data I'm collecting will serve any purpose.
So, how are we doing, Curie?
As long as we stay clear of vaults, I am quite content.
Didn't have anything else.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
Heads up.
What do you? Can I help you?
I wanted to make sure things were okay between you and me.
Being with you is quite exciting. I hope we can do many great things. And further science, of course.
Your thoughts?
Humanity is so resilient to cling to life despite all of this. It is the duty of us all to further that survival.
Didn't have anything else.
As you say.
Just sit in the memory lounger when you're ready. Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmented. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Joining the new California. All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of people.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way, and she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What a
joke. What's it mean, Mom? Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hand. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There, try that one.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby...
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of
I know.
green.
But that's where I come in. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. Just wait. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. As soon as I make the connections I need, then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those,
You're
huh?
great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. So, the first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but you heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. You're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I'll try to locate another memory as quickly as I can. Please try
I was
to
now
remain
the
calm.
Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Computer.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me. And I made sure they knew it.
We're still working. That's good.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Checking through the log.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller. Even if she somehow got thawed out, those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked it. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
Hopefully
Just
it's all...
find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
This is the one. Here.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. Open it. Almost.
Is it over?
Everything's going to be fine.
Are we okay?
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I got him!
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. I was now the Institute. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that
This whole
your
setup
son?
in Diamond City was part of
This
some
appears to be a very
elaborate
recent
plan
memory.
of the old man. Seems obvious now
Good news,
that we
I
were
think.
bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man worked. Smarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. It was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Newspaper. Oh boy, Piper's really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor, he's gonna be written there this time. I probably shouldn't have even
Kellogg.
said it.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea.
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. He outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did, but the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and smarter, stronger and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
And I can't get over
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Out of there. As soon as you're ready. Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever, how do you feel, done this before.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist, Kellogg, was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And, by the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
Heads up.
You need something, yes?
I need to ask you something.
May I be of assistance?
Your thoughts?
I should write a paper on this. The science of your neurological journey is quite fascinating.
I wanted to make sure things were okay between you and me.
Everything is good. To be fair, anything would be an improvement to scanning the same 4 worlds for centuries.
That's all for now.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys. another physician. Tell me, where did you go to university?
You're not serious, right?
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2, huh? Let's go.
What are you talking about?
Wait. Were you just playing a joke on me?
Guess that's for you to wonder, and for me and Kellogg's memories
Anyway,
to
I
know
feel
for
fine,
sure. So let's
get
Or
going.
I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might
you
just
could buy
be
up
the
all the
guardian
Rad-X
angel you're
and
looking
Radaway
for. You can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Just looking to trade a little.
Yeah, sure thing.
Surely you do not need all of that?
Look alive.
What do you want?
Time to hit the road?
Just looking to trade a little.
Yeah, sure thing.
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
Grab anything useful.
Yes.
Take anything good.
I
Grab
really
that.
like- I cannot get there.
Get that.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
One of my duties
Bring that
is
here.
to serve.
Grab anything useful.
I shall need
Take
to
anything
find
good. Grab that.
At once.
Get that.
I will
Check it out.
notice.
Bring that here.
I would be delighted to.
Grab anything useful.
Yes.
Take anything good.
At once.
Grab that.
I will attend to
Get that.
this.
Check it out.
I shall
Bring
make
that here.
sure.
Grab anything useful.
Absolutely.
Take anything good.
One of my
Grab
duties
that.
is to serve.
Get that.
I would be delighted
Check it
to.
out. Bring that here.
One of my
Grab anything
duties is
useful.
to serve.
Take anything good.
I will
Grab that.
notice.
Get that.
Yes.
Check it out.
I shall make
Bring that here.
sure.
Grab anything useful.
At once.
Take anything good. Grab that.
Absolutely.
Get that.
At once.
Check it out.
I shall make
Bring that here.
sure.
Grab anything useful.
Absolutely.
Take anything good.
I will attend to
Grab
this.
that. Get that.
Yes.
Check it out.
One of my duties is to
Bring that
serve.
here.
I would be
Grab anything
delighted
useful.
to. I would be
Take anything good.
delighted to.
Grab that.
Absolutely.
Get that.
I shall make
Check it
sure.
out. Bring that here.
I will
Grab anything
attend to
useful.
this. One of
Take
my
anything good.
duties is to serve.
Grab that.
At once.
Get that.
Yes.
Look alive.
Hey, it is good.
You trying to love the whole I'm about to carry something before you cripple yourself.
May I be of assistance?
Take anything good.
One of my duties is to serve.
Hey. Grab that.
Yes. I wonder what has happened elsewhere. Is what
Hey.
has befallen the Commonwealth atypical, less extreme, more?
So where are we off to next?
Most people are good at breaking things. I enjoy putting them back together.
Hey.
BAD. Of assistance. Perhaps you have missed your calling. With skills like this, you could be a Mr. Randy. something from me?
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we gotta do is the only thing better than getting pissed. Take a bite. Have a right.
Humanity is... so resilient. To cling to life despite all of this. It is the duty of us all to further that survival.
Enough of this slog. Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
Are we going to see this baseball game? How exciting!
Hey.
You need something, yes?
Radiation poisoning is a common ail.
Actually, I need some supply. Mm-hmm.
It was evidently pretty serious. And of course, we can all empathize with what they're going through. I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control. So if you should happen to bump into someone from Vault 81, don't worry. They're probably not contagious. Feeling a little uncivilized? That's not such a bad thing, according to Danny Kaye.
Is this worth anything? This water background is very confusing.
I need clothing on the racks. Let's see what you have. Try this one. Sure. Yes.
Don't walk outside the wall undefended. High quality protection. That's some great stuff. If you're
Let's see what you have.
feel free to test the grip.
Diamond City Surplus, everything you need. I may sell just about everything, but I've got a few minutes to browse. A bit of it.
Hour service, only at Diamond City Surplus. We're so delighted.
Just looking.
Oh, very well. Every conceivable.
Sure.
Be the trade. We're all. Hey, swat, 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 swing, swatter.
We got small arms, long arms.
You're the greatest
ammunition.
baseball collector I've met in a long
Let's see what you got.
feet.
The hub of trade for all Diamond City. Right.
Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. Let's see. Say we get out of here.
Heads up. Grab anything useful.
Do you need something from me? I have not yet mastered Dr. Ventura's advanced steam pack recipe, but I am
Look
working
alive.
on it.
Hey, got a sec?
Yes?
Your thoughts?
It is hard to determine whether the surface is more or less susceptible to outbreaks, but a preparation plan is never a bad idea.
That was all.
As you wish.
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid. No more chems, and no more sight either.
Yeah?
Carla.
Back again? Time to do...
Sure. Let's take a look.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
Yes?
What's that for? What's the angle here? Life still ain't perfect, but we're surviving.